Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here with the daily market recap. I hope everybody enjoyed today's roller coaster ride brought to you by Spyland. Without any further ado, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and let's see the chart. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos, you know this trend line, you know the red trend line, and you know this crossroads. We have been talking about this area that needs to hold, this cross between these two trend lines. This yellow trend line that came all the way from December 2021, January 2022, and this red trend line which holds the higher lows since October 22 lows. Now, Fed or no Fed, technical analysis works each and every time. Price reached this area and bounced. Roller coaster, another day, just another normal day on SPY. QQQ, same thing. Holding this trend line over here, bounce. Now let's see if we can get continuation towards 298, or are we going continuation sliding slowly and surely on this trend line. IWM hovering, circling the 188 area, nothing much as you can see since February 21st. Just moving sideways, but we are in a short-term downtrend. Follow price, use levels and trend lines to manage risk. Dow Jones, we have been talking about this 326 area. Bulls need to hold it because this is the line in the sand. If they will lose this triple top, multi-top, and this neckline will give up, we are going to 317 and maybe to 300. For now, bulls are doing their job, same as they did here. Now, they are protecting this area as very strong support. Let's see what Friday will bring us. XLE, 83 is holding, but we are in a lower highs, lower lows, downtrend channel. We have this gap here, 87.50 area. We know more than 80% of all gaps will get filled, so we might fill this gap and then continuation to the downside, but nobody knows. All we have to do is follow price, and with high probability we can assume what will be next. Continuation to the upside above 86.75. This gap will get filled. We have this trend line to consider as a very strong resistance because it was resistance for these lower highs. Continuation to the downside, we have all the levels as future support. Bitcoin flashing down, and as we said, you know these trend lines. You have been following on Twitter and you saw previous videos. You know these trend lines. Bulls lost the battle on the orange one and now straight into the yellow one and bounce. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. We'll also use Fibonacci to get a clear price levels for future support and resistance. But the true support and resistance are trend lines. Low, higher low, and for now we have another bounce on this trend line. Ethereum, bulls are giving up. We have this trend line. It's a clear trend line for the lower highs. Now 1562 needs to hold. It was a very strong support in the past. Now it needs to hold once again. Failing to do so, in my opinion, 15, 17 will not hold. 1461 is the next major support bulls need to hold if 1562 will fail. Natural gas looks like bulls are getting tired. Well, after this run, they should get tired. And we have doji, doji, doji. And this one here appears to be another doji, but we still have time for this candle. Let's see where price will take us. But doji after doji after doji, with this 288 strong resistance, some pullback will not be surprising. AAPL 144 area is holding. We have a bounce. Let's see where price will take us. We are still in a short-term downtrend. Each and every day, lower highs, lower lows. Don't let the colors of the candle to confuse you. Look, each candle relative to the previous candle, relative to the previous candle, and to the trend. We are in a downtrend. 144 needs to hold, otherwise 140, 136, and maybe even this trend line will get revisited as support. Tesla failing to hold the 191 area, and now looks like it's going to break to the downside. We have this gap here. It's a good news for bulls, but for now looks like Tesla is going to the downside. And after this bull run, 100% in 1 month, it needs to call off 171, and maybe even this gap will get filled. Don't be surprised if it will. Boeing. Once again, if you see my Twitter and Discord channel, you know these trend lines, you know these lines here, the areas, bounce, and now back above the 205. Let's see Boeing continuation towards the 216. 216 will be a tough resistance, because only by looking left you can see that since beginning of January, each and every time price reached, got rejected. Now let's see if bulls, after all this pullback and all these dojis where bears try to break to the downside, bulls held the line, returned their power to their hands, and now let's see run towards 216. NVDA trying to get back inside and above this yellow channel, but this gap at the 210, 211 will try to pull price towards him. So pay attention on NVIDIA. If you are long on NVIDIA, raise your stop loss, manage your risk. If you don't have any position on NVIDIA yet, sit on hands. I am. Of course, everything you see and hear is my opinion only, educational purposes only. Never follow anyone blindly on social media, YouTube, Twitter. Do your own due diligence. In the end of the day, it's your money. Nobody will take care of you or your money except you. You are responsible for you. Learn, educate, get your education. Take your trading journey to the next level. But in the end of the day, it's up to you. Google. You know this trend line? And, not surprising, 4 consecutive dojis, bears gave up, bulls came in strong, and we have a bounce. Netflix losing this yellow trend line, and for what it seems now, also losing the 313. Let's see how the week will close, but Netflix is going down. Next major support area will be the red trend line. This red trend line came all the way from July lows, held October lows, and now it should hold the next low. Failing to do so, we have all the levels to the downside. Following price, using levels to manage risk. Let's clear the chart. Clean the chart. What do you see? Downtrend from this trend line towards the yellow one. We had in decision, candle after candle, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a doji. This doji, doji, doji. 4 consecutive dojis in decision. Now we had a decision. Wednesday decision to the downside. Doji, but it looks like bears are now in control. Netflix. If you need, you can take Fibonacci to help you identify the next levels of support. 308 needs to hold, otherwise red trend line. Meta, you know these trend lines, you know this gap. This gap will not give up until it will get filled. Shopify almost lost grip on this trend line. Bulls came in strong. Now 40 is a very strong support, as you can see. Let's see continuation above 42.30, and then let's see Shopify on the weekly. Not surprising. Doji for now. Doji of a trend line. After a steep downtrend from 54 towards 39, doji of a trend line. The most significant and strong signal of indecision, but it's also a strong signal that we are going for a trend reversal. Maybe. It's all maybe. Why maybe? Because we need validation. The validation will be the next candle needs to close above 43. Microsoft on the daily, we had uptrend, retracement towards where? 50% retracement. 245 needs to hold. 253 to the upside. Bulls needs to close above it, and then we can validate that this is a new higher low. Low, higher low, higher low on a bigger time frame. On the weekly, we have a doji taking Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, 50%. Now let's see continuation to the upside, maybe validation, but we need the next candle to show us the way. Once again, let's see Bitcoin on the weekly, 24,300. As it was here, a very strong resistance. It's here also a very strong resistance. Will history repeat itself? Like here? Are we going back to the downside? Retesting the 18K. Follow price. Use levels. Look left. Identify levels of support and resistance. Identify your trend lines. And that's it. This is your roadmap to the future on price action. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to check Fibonacci Traders Academy, 22 videos, each video 20 minutes or less, on how to improve just a little bit each and every day our trading journey, technical, mental side, and a gift for you is waiting in the first comment. Until the next video, stay safe.